Hello, let's do Wordle for Tuesday, November 4th. Yesterday we spun the wheel and it told us to start with climb. So that's what we're going to do. All right, all gray. So common letters left, S-T-R-E-A. There's an N as well. E and A are the good vowels. Do I do stern again? The bot never likes stern. It likes to do actually like 3 vowels. So maybe we should try something like that. Maybe end in E. How about stone? Probably not. It probably wants an A. What if I do a tone? That gets the 3 vowels in the T and N. I prefer consonant heavy, but I'm going to see how this works out today. All right. So no A or O. We end in E and there's an N, but it's not NE ending. I was thinking we could do an R second ending in E, but with that N, that kind of doesn't work. We could do an SN word. Can't do snore. Actually, the only thing we could do is SNE or SNU. And none of that looks good. We could also do SUN something E. Or we could just start with N. NU nurse. How about nurse? Hello, nurse. All right. Not nurse, but there is a U. N is either we could be an N word easily. What? Sorry, when I said we could be an un word easily. Tie. Obviously, there's no T or I. We need another U. So something like undo hardship. No. Okay, there's one U, and the N is here. I thought of the word ennui, but the N can't go second. There's not another N. We ended NUE. There's not another N. I think there has to be another E, though. Are we ENUE? Penu, Fenu, venue. It's venue. There we go. Okay. I think that was probably it. We'll check with the bot, though. Alrighty. Ooh, my streak's at 99. See if we can... Eventually, I will achieve 256. 2 to the... whatever it is. I should know that. 2 to the 7? To the 8? I think it's 2 to the 8 is 256. Yeah. Should be. Anyway. Let's check with the bot. No. Before we do the bot, we spin the wheel. So let's spin the wheel and see what tomorrow's starting word's going to be, because not everyone wants to watch the bot. All right. Super powerful start suggested by Dampf07. It's going to be ft. So tomorrow, if you would like to follow along, start with ft. All right. Good luck to all of us. All right, let's check with the bot and see how we did today. So the answer was venue, and I started with climb, got all gray. So its follow-up is trope, but it's worried about losing already. Probably not on venue. It's probably losing on like an ER word or something. Interesting. The one time I go, hey, let's go vowel heavy, it says trope. I actually thought of something similar to that, didn't I? I don't remember what. But anyway, is a tone on here? It is not. So I did a tone. A tone was a 98.86 solve rate. It would have lost on sassy, water, raider, jaunt, sour, joker, sound, wager, hunky, and state. Holy moly, that's a lot of things it would lose on. The AER, just sassy is nasty. The aunt trap, the hour trap, or just OER in general, trap. The ound trap. More OERs. All right. The AE nastiness. Holy cow. Okay. Well, luckily it wasn't any of those words. It wants to go ensue from here. I went nurse. Is nurse on the list? Nurse is on the list. It's not quite as good. We have 10 words left. And there's something about ensue and nerve and nudge. It's a little bit better than nurse, but nurse isn't bad. And now we were down to undo and venue. And unfortunately, I found undo first, and then it was only venue. So yeah, I didn't have to worry on guess 5 there at all. Okay, so it would have gone trope, which would have lost on Raider, Jaunt, and Joker. Its follow-up is Suede now. And then from Suede, it's Venue. So it gets it in 4. So it beats me by 1. All right, let's look at Tails. Its suggested start. It goes Tails and then Drone. If you just have the E, it goes Drone. And then with that NE, it's going to go Hence, or Hinge, or Niche. Let's try Hence. Now we go Genie, Venue, or we could just get Venue in 4. So 4 or 5 from Tails. So not significantly better than Climb today. We can also look at Steel, which is a Sale anagram, or Tails anagram, or Slate anagram, however you want to say that, that has not been the answer yet, and likely will be at some point. So if you want like a really strong start that will get it in 1 at some point, you can start with Steel. All right, Dane is the only way forward with that E. And then Pence, and then Venue. All right. We're going to, oops, I cleared the wrong thing. We're going to check Adieu. E and U, we get the Surge, and then Plume, and then Venue. Interesting. Okay. So it never tries the O, because it's like, well, with E and U, it's probably the only vowels, and it was right. Okay. Audio doesn't get the E, so we go with Spurt. Very consonant heavy at this point. Then it could get Venue in 3. Otherwise, they're going to do something in Begun and then Venue. All right. Trace tries to get it in 2, although it really hasn't. Getting in 2 is rare no matter how optimal your start is. Slope, and then Hinge, and then Venue. Okay. And then finally, the bot starts with Place. Going to go Snore, and then one of these, maybe Hinge, and then Venue. So we'll see how that compares to the official bot right now. And we'll see how people did today. Did we beat the bot? Let's see. 95 skill is pretty good. 32 luck, that's pretty low. 5 steps, above average. It's okay with Climb, 90 skill on Climb. That doesn't count toward the skill score. So, yeah, in this case, whenever you're down to 2 words left, as long as you guess those 2 words, you end up with 299 skill scores, which bumps up your skill score artificially. It was okay with Atone and Nurse. It wouldn't have picked those. That's what the bot was saying, too. Atone was very lucky, 69 luck. It does Place, Snore, Tinge, Venue. That looks identical. I think Tinge was another option here. It was an equal option. So exact same solve as the other bot today. We've got 0.3% people starting with Venue for some reason. And then less than 0.1% on Climb, unfortunately. Let's see. Turn 6. All right, so we actually have a 1.3% loss rate. Venue is not easy to think of. We've got Venge, Penne, Fence, Genie. I mean, the less 1.1s aren't as interesting, but a good number of people are losing on Venge and Penne. What is Venge? Is that the thing you do before Revenge? So you venge and then you revenge? All right, cool. Well, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. There is a link at the end of the video if you'd like to watch the New York Times games. I also have a pinned comment with all of the videos I made today. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.